Hello everyone, welcome back to Essential Guide to Digital Jewelry Design. It's been a while since we posted our last video. It's been busy. We are rushing up to Christmas, and this time around we're going to put two videos up. This one's just a quick revisit to a locket that we made a few videos back, where we forgot to add a simple notch and catch. One of the viewers made a point of asking us to put that in, so I'm going to be doing that with you today in this quick video. And the video following this one will be a bit of a longer one. Grasshopper and Rhino, a ring with a bit of a floral pattern on top, and I think that one will be quite a nice tutorial to follow. So let's get started. We have the locket ready and we have our hinge. So we could, for instance, relocate the gumball inside our hinge here. Just select the center and right click. If you rotate the top half, let's just ignore the enamel for now. That's the inside of the locket. Now what we want to do is create a very simple catch on the side that allows one to open and close the locket. Part of it might be necessary to solder on, but it's quite a simple approach. Let's just close that up. I'm going to switch off the enamel and I'm going to go into my front viewport so I can see the bottom of the locket, because I'm going to do what I need to do on the right end here. And we're going to start with an interpolated curve, and it's going to be something quite simple. Just outside the locket on the one end, put your O-snap off, and a bit of an arc. You could actually just do it with the arc tool too. Silly arc tool or interpolated curve tool. I was just too used to using the arc, the interpolated curves. But with the arc, it's quite simple. You just put your first point, second point, and then draw the arc. So we have that ready, and what we're going to do with that is we are going to make an extrusion with that. And I'm just going to use the extrusion tool rather than the gumball tool, because I'd like to extrude it on both ends. So I'm just going to take the extrude closed planar curve. We're going to press B and enter to make it both ends. And I'm not going to make it too long. It doesn't have to go out of the locket surface. And the reason for that is because we are going to take that extrusion and we are going to bend it. So bend it at the middle center point. I'm going to draw the axis for my bend. I'm going to put my symmetry on yes, and you can see here from the top viewport it's bending outwards, and that's what we need. And we're going to flip that surface, because you can see I have my back face facing inwards, but I actually need it to be the other way around, because that's where we're going to boolean out. And we're going to mirror that down. Let's put our grid snap on. And as you can see here, I probably did a rotation on this at some point, and then I never rotated it back properly. So let's grab our goodie, and I'm not going to do that with the gumball tool. I'm going to do it with the rotation tool. Grab the O-snap, center of the hinge. So select object to rotate. The center of the rotation is the center. That's it. The angle, first angle, well, we're going to take the top quad point of the locket and then just rotate it down so it snaps to the bottom half. And that's the best way to align something again when it has come out of alignment. And we're going to select both the top and the bottom and do a Boolean difference. Boolean difference. Select surfaces to subtract from. Select surfaces to subtract with. And there's a problem. So probably I did not draw that surface down far enough. So if I switch off that and have a look here, yeah, oh yes, yeah, you can see that. Okay, so I need to move that down till it goes past the edge. Okay, yes, my bad. And let's try that again. So let's just take one at a time. Take the top, and that's done. And you will ask yourself, why does this look so strange? Well, it looks strange because on my Locket, for the last time I did a render. So if I take my objects and go to edge softening and put the edge softening off, we'll see the object properly again. That, and probably I have my mesh settings on pretty low. So my mesh settings for my display are on fewer polygons. You can go more polygons and detailed controls, and it's on jagged and faster, that's why. So smooth and slower should take care of that, and you will immediately see that the resolution looks much higher. So let's do the same with the bottom, and there we go. The bottom is now also cut away, that's perfect. One thing, I think I might have cut too much away. Okay, so I just made a mistake. And the mistake I made was that when we look at one side only, we need a little hole that will take the catch from the other end, from the little button that will be extruded from the other side of the Locket. So actually on this rim we need more flat surface. I cut too far away. So we just went back a few steps, and I'm going to move these surfaces out a bit. I'm going to look at this with a ghosted viewport, because what I need is that flat surface, that planar surface there. We can even move it out a little bit more. So what is this for, you will ask? What is actually this little alcove we're cutting away even for? And what it's for is, it's for your nails. When you want to open the Locket, you can stick your nails in and grab a grip. And if you ever look at a Locket, you'll see, especially the old-fashioned ones with the cameos on them, they have a tiny little gap that's designed to be able to stick your fingernail into. That's for the girls, not the boys, probably. And generally, with that little gap, you can nice and easily pry open the catch. So the catch part itself is done as follows. So you take a little sphere, and we will put that little sphere here. And that's a small one, like that. And we will put it a little bit further under the surface. You probably bore that out after it's been cast. Okay, and that same little sphere is going to be booleaned to the top. So very simple, as you can see. So first things first, we're just going to boolean that out, and then we're going to boolean that on to potentially make the sphere just a tad bit smaller. So when you look, you'll see there's a slight differential between there and the sphere there. Okay, boolean that on there, and there you go. You have you have your catch. So if we do a little rotation here now, as I said, you would highly likely still do some after work on your casts to possibly solder that little knob back on again, that little catch. But that's the principle of how the catch works, a simple little catch. There's other kinds, but this one is quite a traditional, simple way to do it. Hope you enjoyed that very short, quick tip, and we'll be back in no time with a much longer tutorial on building a ring with Rhino and Grasshopper. Have a great day, and subscribe and hit like, and you would make us very happy. Thanks for watching. Toodaloos.